What if an object could just disappear? Not stolen, not lost, not misplaced. It simply vanishes, and later reappears in a place it could never have reached. Locked rooms, sealed containers, different countries, no witnesses, no broken seals. No explanation. These are not theories. These are real cases documented by investigators, scientists, and eyewitnesses. Today, we're counting down the 10 most disturbing objects that appeared to teleport. Stay until the end, because the final case didn't happen by accident. It happened under observation. We begin with number 10. In early 20th century London, construction workers noticed tools going missing. Not one or two. Complete toolkits. The sites were locked overnight. Days later, the exact same tools were found inside sealed buildings miles away. No forced entry, no broken locks. The tools were verified. They had not been replaced. They had relocated. Next comes 9. During World War II, a soldier stored his service medals inside a locked trunk. When he returned, the medals were gone. Years later, after moving to another country, the same medals were discovered inside the wall of a different home. Serial numbers matched. Scratches matched. No record explains how they crossed borders without ever being handled. Moving on to 8. A woman lost her wedding ring while cooking. It vanished completely. Months later, she opened a factory-sealed package of frozen food. Inside the package was her ring. The seal was intact. The ring showed no damage. There was no path for it to enter the package. Now we reach 7. Archaeologists excavated an ancient site and sealed the ground after completion. Years later, metal scans detected objects beneath the same area. When reopened, ancient coins were discovered, coins that were not there before. The soil showed no disturbance. The objects appeared after the site had been closed. Next is 6. A fisherman lost his toolbox during a storm near Japan. It sank into the ocean. Months later, the same toolbox washed ashore on the west coast of North America. Ocean current models were analyzed. None aligned with the timeline. The toolbox arrived intact. Distance alone should have destroyed it. Halfway through brings us to 5. A man dropped his cell phone while hiking. Search teams never recovered it. Days later, the phone was found inside a locked office building more than 60 miles away. Security footage showed no entry. Device data confirmed it was the same phone. No explanation exists for how it arrived there. Continuing to 4. In the 1960s, a classroom desk vanished overnight. Teachers assumed theft. Weeks later, the desk was discovered inside a sealed storage room unused for years. Dust was undisturbed. Locks were intact. The desk was quietly removed. No report was ever filed. Now only 3 remain. During a violent storm, witnesses saw an object fall from the sky. When recovered, it was identified as a household item reported missing hundreds of miles away earlier that same day. No aircraft incident was recorded. No transport explanation was possible. The object appeared mid-air, just before the final one comes to. A religious statue disappeared from a small church. Years later, it was discovered inside a locked museum display case in another country. Catalog records claimed it had always been there. Church Documentation proved otherwise. No theft was recorded. The statue simply changed location. And finally, 1. In a controlled experiment, scientists placed a marked object inside a sealed container. The container was monitored. Hours later, the object was gone. The seal was unbroken. The object was later found outside the building. The experiment was terminated. No official explanation was released. If objects can move without crossing space, what else might be capable of doing the same? And if this disturbed you, the next video explores people who vanished just as suddenly. No witnesses, no explanation. Just emptiness. If objects can move without crossing space, what else might be doing the same right now?